Hi, welcome back to Rating the List, where we review, discuss, and reimagine popular movie lists objectively. We're your hosts. I'm Jerry.
And I'm Brad, and on this episode, we'll be exploring number 71 from Ranker's The Top 90 Heist Movies of All Time as of January 1st, 2025.
Right, and number 71 is The Vault, released in 2021, directed by Jaume Bulagaro, written by Rafa Martinez, Andreas Koppel, Borja Glaze Santaolalla. Composer is Amu Bottler. Cinematographer is Daniel Arano, and it's starring Freddie Highmore, Astrid Burgess Frisbee, and Sam Riley. Ooh, that's a mouthful.
Recent engineering graduate Tom, dismayed by the prospect of a boring corporate life, joins a crew of master thieves who plan to steal a legendary lost treasure kept in an impenetrable fortress hidden below the Bank of Spain during the World Cup final.
So I have a question for you. Based on this movie, the whole plot, the way it goes, is this considered a heist movie or a quest?
I think it's a heist movie, but I there's a quest element to it. But I mean, they kind of, the thing that, like, for me is, like, at the beginning of the movie, they're like treasure hunters, right? That's like what they do.
Yeah.
So, like, that to me is a slightly different skill set than what they end up doing to, like, they basically, like, the whole plot of this movie, which I already disagree with fundamentally because they're in international waters.
Yeah.
Like, it's finders keepers in international waters. Anything that they found is theirs. Like, they weren't in Spanish territorial waters based on what, where they said they were at.
Mm-hmm.
So I already had, like, a fundamental disagreement with, like you need to make it closer to the coast.
Yeah.
Like, because they weren't technically doing anything wrong.
But the whole thing is a little.
There's everything about this movie. So, you've got, like, basically, like, treasure hunters who, like, they, basically, like, go into sunken boats and find the treasure. I mean, it's a thing. I mean, you can watch plenty of documentaries on people that do this stuff, and it's kind of a high risk, high reward kind of thing. It costs a lot of money to do this, but if you find something, you can literally find something that's almost, you know, worth so much that no one can pay for it. But, and then, the Spanish government takes it, in my opinion, they did it illegally. And
But did
then,
they even go to court?
no,
I thought they did. Isn't there a court scene?
it's weird, but anyway. So anyway, the Spanish government is in possession of this treasure that this guy found in international waters again. Um, and then, like, it's like, okay, we've got to get it back.
Mm-hmm.
And then, come to find that there's this ridiculous, like, vault underneath, the Bank of Spain that holds stuff like this, which, I mean, is an okay premise to bring the the Tom character into the fold, because he's just like this engineering genius, and that's the skill set they don't have that they need.
Yeah.
Because, no one can figure this thing out. Like, so they do the tropey thing of doing the surveillance, right, and figure out what it is, and he figures out, oh, it's hydroelectric or whatever, and based on weight or whatever, and figures out a workaround, which, all the high stuff works great to me. It's just some of the other stuff is a little far-fetched.
Yeah, I did like that. Like I said, I like it when the heist is surrounded by something different. So this was
Mm.
very much something different. This was them finding or making an active look for this hidden treasure.
Mm-hmm.
I have a hot take though.
Hot take.
If this movie is on the list, shouldn't and couldn't Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark be on this list?
The only reason I would say no is because it's a moving target.
The Ark?
Like that's more of a treasure hunt. So he's more treasure hunting. He's not taking it from somewhere that it wasn't. Like it's a race, right? So he's raced the Nazis and technically the US government, because the US government is funding his operation, right? They're racing to get the Ark of the Covenant from a place. So I think it's more of I think it's gray, but I don't think it's like a heist movie. The only reason this movie is a heist movie is because it gets put in a vault that they have to break through. Right. I mean, the other one, like Indiana Jones, is literally just digging inside of a tomb.
Yeah, and I think that Indiana Jones is more of a quest.
Yes.
Than anything, right? But I mean, compared to this, not that I'm saying that Vault is in any way in comparison as good as Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. But I'm saying that they have similar features.
Yeah, because they're going after, well, one, they're both going after something that actually exists in real life.
Yes.
And then
it's not money. It's not, I mean, technically it's money, yeah, but it's not, yeah, it's an artifact, if you will.
Right.
So.
Yes, but it's in a vault, so I think that's why it is. The one thing I thought was really interesting was using a real life event to stage all the stuff that happens during the heist.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
That was a real life event, that World Cup, that Spanish World Cup.
Yeah.
And I thought they did that really, really well. I thought that was probably, in terms of like, the writing and the script, that's the best part, because that stuff has to make sense for everything else to make some
for sure
level of sense with what they're doing. I thought this one's pretty good. I thought it was really interesting, like especially the end. I'm like, oh, they're setting this thing up for a sequel.
Oh yeah.
And which has never happened. Maybe it will. Who knows? I mean,
well, I mean, it's what, 2021, so
it's still possible.
I mean, we're still doing sequels 20 something years later now. So
yeah. But yeah, it has all the stuff in there, so it has the things again.
Yeah.
Performances are pretty good.
The double cross was like a little much. It's like you kind of let him go away.
I didn't need it. Yeah.
I didn't need it. It's like, okay, this guy's kind of a dickhead.
I've been trying to figure it out. Who does that guy look like? He's like the discount version of another like actor. I can't figure out who that actor is.
I gotta look at his face again.
Because I looked at his name, I'm like, oh, it's not the guy that I thought it was, because I don't know that name. But I'm like, he totally like looks like someone that's in stuff that you've seen, but it's not him.
Oh, that's the wrong movie.
I can't figure it out. I was sitting there like, today I'm like, who does he look like? Anyway,
I think he was just in the movie that I watched last night.
Did you watch another movie that I don't know about? Oh, he's not in that movie. No. Anyway, tangent. I gave this one a 63.75 and you gave it a 60.5. So list score 62.13. So again, it's kind of falling in that 55 to 60 range, which is kind of like our middle. That seems to be our like middle of the road.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was middle of the road all the
And
way
it's
around.
pretty middle of the road. Like again, this is another one just like the last video with Lyft.
So
If
Red
you watch
Notice.
if you watch this, you're not going to be disappointed. The thing that I found funny is I had actually seen this movie before and didn't realize I'd seen it before until I was like, did we watch this one together, right?
Mm-hmm.
I thought we watched this one together.
Did we watch it together?
I think we did. Yeah, I think you were
Okay.
home and we watched this one together. And I remember like part of the way through it, I'm like, oh, I've seen this before.
Oh, that's funny.
That's how that's how unremarkable this movie was. Is that I'd actually seen it before and didn't remember that I'd seen it before.
Yeah, that's bad. Yeah.
I knew I'd seen it before when they started talking about the World Cup stuff. I'm like, oh, now I remember, because that's the only thing to me that's really unique about the movie.
Yes, I agree with you.
Is how they use that real world occurrence to. I always like that, by the way, like when you use like real world stuff and weave fictional stuff into it and do it fairly seamlessly.
There seems to be a lot of that, like with these movies, especially with soccer. What was the movie? Oh, Ronin. Doesn't Ronin use that?
Mm,
Maybe not.
I don't think so. Anyway,
Oh, never mind.
yeah, like I
Yeah.
said, middle of the road. If you came across this one and you were watching it and you were looking for a heist movie, this is not a bad one to watch. You will not be disappointed.
Yep.
You'd probably watch it a year later and forgot that you had watched it in the first place, but these things happen.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you've seen The Vault and you have opinions about it, please leave them in the comments. But I think that's it for now. I'm Jerry,
I'm Brad.
and we're rating the list. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye. Look at little Finny Boo back there moving your little